Randy, thousands of dollars worth of jewelry stolen, but Veronica Rodriguez just wants one thing back.
A collapse. I'll step out of the way so you could see exactly what we're witnessing right now.
As you can see by where I'm standing, a lot of that water still hasn't receded. Later, these crosses still stand, 3 of them for Ryland's family, his 2 sisters and stepmom. Security cameras in and around the campus. Experts say just having a visual of the camera can be a deterrent. An emotional ceremony and tribute to the former president as his casket was saluted. Works as a site supervisor at the embassy. The good news tonight, he's safe following those attacks. And every day about 10,000 vehicles pass through here. On some occasions, agents like these will catch 1 to 2 people in smuggling cases. Here at the live desk, we're finding out about a shooting at the Naval Air Station in Corpus Christi. Last year, the city of San Antonio spent $1.3 million on graffiti cleanup. That's more than Houston and Austin spent on their cleanups combined. They try to make the scenarios as real as possible using weapons that are readily available right now. While he stood behind that door, his partner used this style rifle to fire 6 bullets into it. They allowed me to test out the resistance. Senator Ted Cruz and his supporters celebrating a victory here tonight. Just in the last few minutes, the senator walked through his crowd. A small team of about 35 wears this positive pressure suit to interact with some of the world's deadliest diseases. Feeling lucky, hoping that their pick is going to be the golden ticket. The motorcycle he was driving on was struck by a van and the person just took off. Preparing educators for a possible active shooter scenario, they enter these rooms. Well, 1 year later, these crosses still stand, 3 of them for Ryland's family, his 2 sisters and stepmom. And beside this memorial, the community's new church that, as you could see, is quickly going up. It's a new place for Sutherland Springs to heal, and also for little Ryland, who, as you're about to see, keeps fighting, this time in new ways. When 5-year-old Ryland Ward was airlifted to University Hospital on November 5th, 2017, doctors weren't sure if they could save him.
He had injuries in his arm, his leg, and in his abdomen.
5 high-velocity bullets hit little Ryland inside the First Baptist Church of Sutherland Springs.
You could tell that he was in shock, and what that means is he's lost a lot of blood.
He would spend months in the hospital undergoing surgeries to piece back his arm, leg, and pelvis. Every day, his family prayed for his healing as they mourned the loss of his 2 younger sisters, Brooke and Emily, and his stepmother, Joanne, who died shielding him from bullets.
And everybody always loved our grandbabies.
They were among the 26 murdered.
The only thing he's really said, he started remembering a little bit. All he said is something about a bad man with a gun that they had to hide from.
His family says support from across the nation kept him going. Cards for Thanksgiving, Christmas, and his 6th birthday were hung at his hospital bedside. We're fast forward to January. The young fighter miraculously would walk away from. And in months, he would be running, laughing, and getting back to being a kid again.
I don't think if I was shot 5 times, I could ever bounce back the way he did.
And now, 1 year later, the boy whose shattered bones doctors put back together is kicking, breaking boards, and reaching new milestones.
Ready? Yeah.
With a special friend he's made along the way.
Rusty Duncan.
That's real strong. I love that little boy to death.
Rusty, the firefighter who carried Ryland out of the church, is now his Taekwondo instructor.
Good job.
The two have developed a special bond.
Ryland's everything to me, just like one of my kids.
With Ryland's fiery fighter personality and the discipline of martial arts, Ryland has become a top-ranking competitor in his division.
Do you have some muscles?
In September, he ranked 1st place in the form division.
A big trophy.
He hasn't let nothing stop him. He's just as strong as any of these other kids. He's gone to show it.
Rusty has taught him how to defend himself. And he's vowed to protect the little boy who pulled at his pant leg for help inside the church on that unforgettable day.
That day, you couldn't defend yourself against that, but for whatever comes next, hopefully he'll be ready for it.
Judges, my name is Ryan.
And right now, the community is still working to build a new home for Rylan and his dad. It's named the Three Angels Ranch in memory of his loved ones that he lost here 1 year ago. Live from Sutherland Springs tonight, Ariana Lubelli, Fox News at 9.
Hello, all U.S. citizens.
This is the first checkpoint north of the Rio Grande Valley.
Thank you. Drive safe.
Here they're using new mobile x-ray technology to get a better look at what and who is passing through.
We're looking inside the tires right now. We're looking inside the trailer.
We rode with Border Patrol agents for several inspections.
What we're looking out for right now is humans and narcotics.
The Falfurrias station is one of the busiest in the nation. Every day, about 10,000 vehicles pass through here. On some occasions, agents like these will catch 1 to 2 people in smuggling cases. Other days, they've seen up to 60.
We catch more alien smuggling cases here than any other checkpoint in the nation. Very busy checkpoint.
Tom Slowinski is the patrol agent in charge at the checkpoint.
This is where people are exploited, taken advantage of, and placed in great danger in all these smuggling attempts that the cartels and the criminal organizations use to exploit the people, make money, profit.
He and other agents are involved in what's called Operation Big Rig, aimed at raising awareness among truck drivers about the criminal and deadly consequences of smuggling.
Bring awareness to the exploitation and the human suffering that's going on with alien smuggling at the commercial level. Human beings being smuggled in the back of commercial vehicles, inside of the trucks and the tractors.
And recently in these air dams of 18-wheelers.
They'll leave markings up there, you can see handprints and whatnot.
It's something agents are seeing more of.
We've had as many as 5-7 people up in one air dam. We get them all the time. It's a very popular method for coming through the checkpoint.
And trucking companies, innocent of smuggling, are catching on. We saw several tractor trailers with these covers over their air dams.
When they arrive here, they'll say, hey, can you check? I think somebody might have crawled in or on top of my truck. Sometimes that happens that way.
Ariana Lubelli, Fox News at 9. Across the country here in Cambridge, Massachusetts, experts have found a new way to help baby Jabari. Right now, inside of this lab behind me, they're growing the San Antonio infant's own skin to cover the parts of his body that are missing it. Inside these plastic trays, sheets of 4-month-old Jabari Gray's skin are developing.
Life-saving. It's as simple as that. It's life-saving.
About 1,800 miles away.
Hi, Jabari.
The San Antonio infant, missing skin throughout his little body, is waiting on their growth.
This is the area where we store all the frozen cells.
We traveled to Varicel Corporation near Boston to see how the remarkable technology is working.
So we cryopreserve the cells in liquid nitrogen.
Experts received a biopsy of Jabari's skin last week. The cells were isolated in trays to begin dividing and spreading out.
And they grow and divide, making a very thin sheet, about 4 to 8 cells thick, across the bottom of the flasks that we grow them in.
Like our own skin, the grafts need to be fed with nutrients.
There are a number of things, so sort of growth, amino acids and nutrients that actually allow the cells to thrive. We're constantly monitoring the health of the cells under the microscope. That's a daily task. We may well see them lifting the skin.
The biopharmaceutical company usually works with burn victims, but doctors felt they could help in Jabari's case.
This is very rare, and so these cases are very unusual. I'm not aware of any similar cases. Our job is exactly the same. We're taking skin cells from a biopsy, growing them into sheets so that then the surgeons can then place them back on the patient.
The process takes about 2 to 3 weeks, and then baby Jabari's skin cells will be flown to Houston. They're in a temperature-controlled container like this. Once they leave this facility, the clock is ticking.
We have 24 hours from when it leaves the controlled environment here in Cambridge to when it should be placed on the patient.
He says everything is timed out to the minute to make sure when Jabari goes into surgery next week, the precious cargo gets to him on time.
It will get its own seat in the aircraft. It's a big logistics operation.
Back in Texas, the 4-month-old fighter continues to defeat the odds. Born 3 pounds on New Year's Day with a slim chance of survival. This is him now, weighing in at 10 pounds, and soon will be growing in his own skin. Ariana Lubelli, Fox News at 9.